Greetings. Welcome to part 2 of my pre-recorded Insta Live. Even though it's a contradiction, but it's a pre-recorded Insta Live. Alright, I got to jump on a major Zoom, which I made a commitment. Alright, so I'm doing my pre-recorded Insta Live. Also, some people are trying to disrupt my Instagram when I go live. So I'll do pre-recorded today until I figure out where the disruption is coming from, even though I know where it's coming from, but we'll figure it out. Don't worry. We got the best of the best people supporting us around the world. So part 2 of my Insta Live on this week. Part 1 is your downlines is the key to everything. Alright, not only your uplines. So be there for your downlines. Part 2 is the mindset. Okay, now many of you, or most of you, have come into Ignite with a lot of experience in your previous home of network marketing, whether it's any company, doesn't matter, because a lot of people from different companies have also come into Ignite. Why? Because we are the greatest story in network marketing. We created history. We broke records that have not been broken for 100 years. We created benchmarks that I hope people will overtake, but they will overtake with a lot of effort. You understand? It's been the greatest first week in the history of this industry of social enterprise. The whole world is talking about it. I'm getting messages from all over the world on my Insta, private messaging, on my WhatsApp. I don't know how people get my number. I'm getting congratulations from all over the world, from people in this industry, fraternity. I'm getting congratulation messages from some big boys and big girls in the industry. I think they all want to join Ignite. All right. Part 2 is focused on your mindset. Even though you're coming from a different experience, even though you're coming from a different company and joined for Ignite, you're welcome, right? Freedom of choice, the foundation of our industry. Wherever you're coming from, all right, I don't want you to come here, all right, with fixed paradigms in your mind. I think when we start new adventures or new journeys in life, okay, the first thing that we have to do is to bring the lessons from there. But don't bring the excess baggage. Don't bring the drama. Don't bring the negative things. Bring everything positive from your experience and apply it in Ignite. But the most important mindset that you must have, that you are now a pioneer. Even though you have been in the industry for 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, it doesn't matter. Because when you were a pioneer in our industry of social enterprise, if you remember, you were crazy. You were so passionate, so crazy, that you were unstoppable. You understand? You were screaming, you were shouting, you were dancing in the rain, you were screaming to people. You got upset when people said no. You are because you had pioneer mindset. And what is this pioneer mindset? Pioneer mindset is crazy level of excitement, passion, and self-belief. All right, like I had when I first participated in this great industry of social enterprise. All right, when I first participated in this great industry of social enterprise when I was 17, 18 years old, it blew my mind. Everything was new. I went to people expecting them to immediately sign up. I just went to people and expected them to sign up immediately. And when they said no, I was surprised. Hey, bro, I'm bringing you the greatest solution to make your dreams a reality. Why would you see? Because when I saw this industry of social enterprise, direct selling, it was just wow. Think about it. A concept of business that requires very little for you to participate, to be an entrepreneur. A concept that is purely based on leveraging, that you start with your 24 hours and before that you got 24 hours, and before you know it, you got 24 hours from thousands of people. A globalized opportunity, especially with Ignite, you can go anywhere in the world. All right, unbelievable unique products that nobody else in the world sells. All right, and an income opportunity that basically will surpass traditional business, any form of high-ranking profession in the world, including doctors, engineers. Hey, by the way, I respect all professions, but in this industry of social enterprise and direct selling, guys, you can earn as much as you want, especially with Ignite and the max out bonus. You're not even limited to 25,000 per account as a BA. That 001 account of yours can earn much more with the max out bonus. All right, limitless amounts, technically speaking. Yes, it's limitless. All right, you don't have to be limited to 25,000 per account. You can earn 100,000 per account with max out bonus. All right, and it's crazy. It's crazy that the feeling I had when I started. Now, coming back into this industry with Ignite, all right, and being an upline again to a whole global industry, I have that excitement. I'm doing presentations like a maniac. I'm on Zoom almost 20 times a day. I'm talking to my friends, to my relatives, to my hot zone, all right, with the same level of excitement I did 34 years ago. Do you understand or not? All right, and you need that excitement. My fear is just because you've been in the industry for a long time, you're going to come into Ignite. If you're not already in Ignite, everyone should be in Ignite, all right, and you are starting like a veteran. You know, your cup is full and you're starting with, hey, I know what I am doing, and you're showing, yes, you're better at doing the presentation because you understand the industry. You have much more experience. You have much more knowledge to show people potential income, markets, your experience of traveling around the world. But the problem is you may lose the excitement because you've been in the industry for a long time. And what works when you start new as a pioneer in Ignite is that excitement, is that craziness that everyone is coming back to me. I've got so many veteran networkers, all right, who have been my downlines for many years, who have now started in Ignite. And they all, even today, the corporate warriors were telling me it feels like the first day, all right, it feels like the first day they joined or the first day they signed up. Now, that power of passion, that power of excitement, don't lose it. Don't ignore it. Don't avoid it just because you've been networking for 10 years. I don't care how many years you've been networking. I don't care how many years I've been networking. All right. But now I'm in Ignite as a pioneer, as your working upline. I am building it with the same crazy excitement like it's day one in the industry, not only in Ignite. It's like, you know, you have been in darkness the whole journey, all right. Before this, you have been in prison, all right, with paradigm shifts that most of them were negative, and now you are like set free and you can see the light is like a bright bulb in a dark room, you understand? And you said, wow, I see the light, or going out of a dark room into the sunlight and achieving freedom. That I'm building Ignite with so much freedom in my heart and my mind. And that passion, that power, that energy, that aura is what is getting 100 people in my first 100 presentations to say yes. That is what is creating max out kings on the first week and max out queens in the first week of Ignite all over the world. Now, even if you've been networking for a long time, then have that paradigm shift and be a beginner again, be a pioneer again. Regardless whether you are in Ignite watching this video or in any other organization, this is the secret. Because you were most successful, you had the most sign-ups, you had the craziest emotional positivity when you started. Now you have fallen into a comfort zone, or you believe wrongly that you are an expert in this industry. Don't believe that. I've been in this industry for 30 over years. I am not an expert. I will always remain a student. I will always remain a beginner. I will always remain a pioneer, like today with Ignite. Are you guys with me or not? And that's the beauty. That's the power. That's the power of this pioneership. And if you don't maximize that power, if you don't allow yourself to have that paradigm shift, to have that feeling, you're wasting this opportunity. All right? So be a beginner again. Empty your cup. All right? And have that passion. Because sometimes, you know, the things I used to do when I started, I was a crazy moron with a dream. I would scream and shout in public. I still do. All right? I would do a presentation to a complete stranger. I would connect with anyone I meet anywhere. Today I was in the elevator and I met somebody and I straightaway said, are you from Teluk Intan? Malaysian, of course. I always start my conversations. And that's the opener. And then after that, boom. Where are you from? Teluk Intan. Where are you from? What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Exchange numbers. You know, your radar must be on. All right. The art of prospecting and inviting, basic building block number 4. All right. It is important that you have that excitement, guys. Because what is the world lacking today? The world has become such a emotionless place. People are more glued to their mobile phone compared to talking to people. People are gaming, all right, living their life through social media, all right, judging their self-worth with how many followers or likes they have. That cannot be the world we live in. Our world must go back to human connection. It must go back to allowing yourself to feel passionate, to feel excited. All right. Somebody asked me a beautiful question. It's been 1 week since we did our pre-launch. And somebody asked me, Patman, how do you feel? You know, I feel unbelievable. I remember the quote of Helen Keller. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. And this is the most daring adventure I am experiencing right now. And I love it. And I love it so much. And it's driving me to a point where I believe that we have something. We have something so powerful, so beautiful, so life-changing that we shouldn't waste time. And we should allow ourselves to feel the excitement. We should stop wearing that mask or hiding behind the door. You are part of an organization called Ignite that is going to revolutionize this industry of social enterprise. You are part of Ignite, the greatest story in this industry in recent times. You're part of an organization that is based on truth, based on transparency, based on putting the downline first. You're part of an organization built by people who believe in human potential. So don't waste it. Don't waste this opportunity. So if you are starting right now, you got your dream list. You must have your dream list. You have your name list. Now be a pioneer. Allow that excitement. Allow that rawness of what you're feeling to come out. Scream, dance, shout. All right, dance in the rain, do whatever it takes. Stop trying to be a professional. Stop trying to be guarded. Stop trying to do the right thing. You understand or not? Just go crazy. Your craziness, your excitement, your passion is what is going to sign up the world, guys. And I'm so excited, guys. All right, because we have already achieved in the last 11 days more than I ever believed we could achieve in our first 6 months. All right. And it's all because of you. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for igniting my fire every day. Thank you for making me feel like a kid in a toy store again. Thank you for making me believe in the power of humanity, the power of this industry, the power of dreams. It all starts with a dream. You understand? And let's build. Let's build. Let's not worry about, the bots on Instagram and the stones people are throwing with us. All right, we will catch every stone and build Ignite. All right, I remember my mentor told me, people have to be who they are. You be who you are. And I was raised by an amazing woman called Padmawati Kandeya. And she raised me not to be easily distracted by bull sugar, but to focus on the people that depend on me. And that's you, my amazing downlines in Ignite. I love you guys. Every part of the world is rocking right now. Malaysia, we're going to kickstart this week. All right. So all of you in Malaysia, all right, in KL, Ipoh, Kuantan, Johor, Sabah, Sarawak, Penang, we're coming. And we're going to ignite Malaysia. Indonesia is rocking. Terima kasih to my brothers and sisters in Indonesia. The whole of Middle East, all my brothers and sisters in the Middle East. You make me so filled with gratefulness and joy. And my African warriors, my Central Asian warriors. I just did a training, all right, for the Central Asian warriors. I'm so proud of you. Europe, you know you're ignited. All right, you know who you are. I know who you are. All right, and I'll keep uploading photos of events and everything happening around the world, so you know that the Ignite family is growing strong, growing consistently, growing with proper training, growing with proper engagement, growing with the right intent of exercising the power of choice and to serve and raise the common man and common woman with the uncommon dream who believed enough to become our downline. I love you guys. And it all starts with a dream.